So as you can see, we've just done a run at 243 kilowatts, 240 kPa, which for the old school people, that's I think about 20 pounds a boost, something like that. AFRs, we're targeting about Lambda 0.78, 0.775, something like that. Pretty much on the money there. This screen over here has some other interesting information on it. So starting at the top left, Lambda 1 is our tailpipe sensor, which is probably a little bit inaccurate for idle, which is what the car's doing now as it cools down. Lambda 2 is our reading in the front. So Lambda 1 is just basically a check on Lambda 2. And you can see on the run they actually both read the same. There was a blue and a red trace on the top trace over there, and they're basically on top of each other once the foot goes down. We've got a few other dyno data stuff. We've got ambient temperature, manifold pressure, which is not plugged in, manifold pressure 2 not plugged in, speed front and rear 0 at the moment, barometric pressure in the room, power, torque, that sort of thing. But there's a few other things. Our limits flags one, which is just here, if you can see my blurry finger, that's reading 0 at the moment. That's actually our ethanol content. And we've got our engine RPM coming off the ECU, throttle position. If I blip the throttle, you'll see that move. Manifold pressures coming out of the ECU, water temp, intake temp, oil pressure in kPa, oil temperature and fuel pressure, which is differential pressure in kPa. So there's a bit more data coming into the dyno. Basically that comes out of the ECU in the car, on a car that we can run CAN. That's what we do, and we get all that data into the dyno. Another interesting feature is that we get the dyno data into the car, which I'll run through next.